it's been a while since we spoke. I think it was in the same room as was Cars.
Oh
Um,
wow!
so it's been
Yes,
a.
I was 5 years old then. So
I was 8, and
yeah,
still you have more talent than I will ever have.
no, I just got more banjos.
Before we start and to talk about 6 Minutes to Midnight, I want to thank you for a film you did, a made-for-TV film, The Day of the Triffids. It was amazingly well done.
Oh, I'm glad you like that because I think it got slightly lost down the back of a sofa. But no, I loved it playing Torrance and breaking into Downing Street. That was an intriguing and fun thing. I loved Dead Rivers, the original. I think sometimes if you're have a new one, a remake to the original, you have a difficult time landing your one's version. But yeah, I saw it again recently, and I still
I did too, and Doug Ray Scott just blows me away every time I see him.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. Great to play with him. A great, just some great scenes of as I gradually go mad through the the whole feature film. So yeah, great. Glad you liked it.
Listen, I know that you're a student of history. You love history. How did you find out about this chapter in history?
It's there's a little town called Bexhill-on-Sea. I grew up in it half my life. My grandma was born there, great grandmother. So it's a seaside town, if people couldn't think of that in America, like an East Coast of America seaside town, really. So before the war, people used to go there. It's summertime and, take the waters and that kind of thing. And they had a load of schools there. I suppose it was supposed to be a sunny place to go to. And one of the schools was a finishing school for German girls. And I'm a patron of the museum. The museum curator showed me this badge for the girls' school, which had the British flag on it, but the Nazi flag as well on the same badge. I thought, British flag and Nazi flag together? What is that about? He said German girls, they were learning English, they were making friends with British aristocracy, who were, quite a lot of them were into the Nazis. Edward VIII was very positive about Hitler. And so that, I thought there's a film there. As soon as I saw the Blazer badge, I thought there's a film in that. And 10 years later, we have the film.
The writing process of this, I mean, you've had to go in and discover a lot of stuff that was previously just kind of, not there. So is writing a lonely task for you? I know you had.
Yes, it's very. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you there, but it is. You're absolutely on the button there. It's very tricky for me. My stand-up, my other day job, I actually just think of ideas and I go on stage and I workshop them into a shape. I don't actually write them down physically at all, except for the headlines or the outline of the idea. To write a screenplay, very different thing. I did break into Pinewood Studios when I was 15, so making films was always going to happen. Spielberg broke in at 17, and I've been slow at getting my film career going in the creative, in the filmmaker aspect of it. Yeah, and I worked with Kellen Jones, who's also in the film, Andy Goddard, the director, to get the script to the right place. A lot of different drafts, changes, adjustments. But the basis of it is true. Just before even World War II, a girls' school there, they were listening to Hitler's speeches on the radio. This is in the south coast of England. They were saluting the thing, saying Sieg Heil, Sieg Heil, along with the rest of the audience in Nazi Germany. They were very positive about the Nazis. They had it on their Blazer badge. There was a Miss Rochel, a Frau Rochel, who ran the building, which we made English into Miss Rochel, and Judi Dench wonderfully came along and played that part. Jim Broadbent, another Oscar winner, playing Charlie, the bus driver, based on Charlie Izzard, my grandfather, who was a bus driver in Bexhill. So these elements were there, and then we used artistic license on top of it to lay this spy thriller over it.
You've mentioned part of the most amazing cast I think I've seen put together for something like this. Judi Dench is just so spot on. James Darcy, Kellen. I think Kellen is one of our best actors on the planet.
Kellen is fantastic. There's a wonderful scene in it. I don't know if you have seen the film. There's a bit where James Darcy and Kellen, they're trying to track me down. They're in the car and they shoot past. They see this bus go off, which has actually been driven by Jim Broadbent, and then they just back the car up. It comes back into the camera frame. The camera doesn't move, and it's just Kellen's turns his head and just looks down the road. It's a very strong look. He's a very powerful actor.
And you as well. I mean, again, because of Day of the Triffids, I think of you now as a dramatic actor.
Well, that's where I wanted to be in the first place. I've just gone this very curvy route.
Well, we have a few seconds left. I just want to thank you and tell everybody to watch 6 Minutes to Midnight. If you like wonderful historical dramas, this is, I think, one of the best I've seen in a long, long time. It's got such a great pace and noir to it. So thank you.
Thank you very much, John. Brilliant to talk to you.
And I hope we get some coffee soon.
Yes, absolutely.
Or a spot of tea. Take care.
Cheers. Take care.